Welcome back to Act 2 for my reaction to Hamilton. Long story short, I'm enjoying it way more than I thought I would. Man, Philip is too adorable. Okay, so you know how I said there was one song in Act 2 that I was dreading?
I wish I could say that was the last time. I said that last time it became a pastime.
God damn it, Alexander.
You see, that was my wife who decided to. You made the wrong sucker.
Okay, it's almost worth it for that.
I've always considered you a friend.
I don't see why that has to end.
You changed parties to run against my father-in-law.
Changed parties.
That'll do it.
The opportunity I saw. John Adams.
I swear she like turns up whenever something bad's about to happen.
You see, that was my wife who you decided.
Are my answers to your satisfaction?
My God. Gentlemen, let's go.
I mean, to be fair, like, how else would you react to that?
In the eye of a hurricane there is quiet.
This staging! Oh my god!
I had frequent meetings with her. Most of them in my own house.
Leave Philip alone! What is this okay, I'm like 98% sure the choreographer was just like, okay, Lin, stand in the centre, everyone else just do whatever the fuck you want. Like, man, Eliza deserves so much better. I just want to give her a hug. Like, she didn't deserve any of this. Man, her voice has no right being that beautiful. Oh.
The scholars say I got the same virtuosity and brains as my pops. The ladies say my brain's not where the resemblance stops. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. Gotta be my own man, like my father, but bolder. His speech last week, our 4th of July.
See that, and there she is again, and he's about to get shot.
I can't have that. I'm making my father proud.
I'm probably like thinking way too much into this, but it is kind of weird how she turns up like every time something bad's about to happen.
Your father's a scoundrel, and so it seems to you.
Even the people like on the stage are reacting to it.
We'll see you on the dueling ground. That is unless you want to step outside and go now.
I know where to find you. Piss off. I'm watching the show now.
Doubt you would have let it slide, and I was not about to.
Slow down.
I came to ask you for advice. This is my very
Well, someone's
first
changed their tune, Alexander.
subject in boarding school.
When the time comes, fire your weapon in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair.
What if he decides to shoot? Then I'm a goner.
No, you follow suit if he's truly a man of honor.
And slowly and clearly aim your gun towards the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Philip.
I know, save your strength and stay alive.
Is he breathing? Is he going to survive this? Who did this, Alexander? Did you know?
Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what
See, knowing this was coming isn't making it any easier to watch.
would always change the light.
I know.
And the heartbeat in the background, like, jeez.
Just swim down the Hamilton's move uptown and learn to live with the unimaginable.
I take the children to church on Sunday. The sign of the cross at the door. And I pray. That never used to happen before.
If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity.
Philip, you would like it uptown. It's quiet uptown.
He's looking through the unimaginable.
If I could spare his life, if I could trade his life for mine, he'd be standing here right now, and you would smile, and that would be enough. Don't pretend to know.
Like, this always makes me cry when I listen to the cast recording.
There's no replacing what we've lost.
It's so much worse here, like, with him, like, you can hear him trying not to cry as he's singing.
I
Oh
know
my god.
I'm married.
Walking in the park, long after dark, taking in the sights of the city.
Look around, Eliza.
They are trying to do the
Man, what I love about that, him saying look around, Eliza, is that, like, it's always, nearly always followed by, like, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Like, the writing is so good. Oh.
Can you imagine? They are going through the unimaginable.
Can we get back to politics?
Please.
Yo, every action has its equal opposite reaction. And they say I'm a Francophile. At least they know I know where France is.
Thomas, that's the problem. See, they see Burr as a less extreme you. You need to change course. A key endorsement might redeem you.
Who did you have in mind?
Don't laugh.
Who is it?
You used to work on the same staff. It might be nice to get Hamilton on your side. Them know what's all against the
Stop.
Say hang with him, charm her. It's 1800, ladies, tell your husbands, vote for Burr.
He seems approachable.
Like you could grab a beer with him.
Dear Mr. Hamilton, your fellow Federalists would like to know how you'll be voting.
I'm going door to door.
Openly campaigning.
Sure.
That's new.
Honestly, it's kind of draining. Sir.
Yo! The people are asking to hear my voice. The country is facing a difficult choice. And if you were to ask me who I'd promote, Jefferson has my vote. I've never agreed with Jefferson once. We have fought on like 75 different fronts. But when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs, Burr has none.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned.
I mean, he's not wrong. Like,
Burr, when you see Hamilton, thank him for the endorsement.
Jefferson is such a shit.
How does Hamilton and arrogant? I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Burr.
Mr. Vice
I love how, like,
I am
the
not
letters are
reason to
always,
trust
like,
you.
signed
No one
so
knows what you
politely.
believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements.
Sweet Jesus.
Hey, I have not been shy. I am just a guy in the public eye trying to do my best for our republic. I don't want to fight, but I won't apologize for doing what's right. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Hamilton.
Careful how you proceed, good man.
You stand only for yourself. It's what you do. I can't apologize because it's true.
Then stand out.
So you can still just say sorry. Like,
Guns drawn.
You're on.
I have the honor to be your
Obedient servant.
bird.
There's so many opportunities for them to just say sorry.
Best of wives and best of women.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This man has poisoned my political pursuits. Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4, 5. Now I didn't know this at the time, but we were near the same spot. Your son died, is that why? 6. He examined his gun with such rigor. I watched as he methodically fiddled with the trigger. I had only one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter. Number 9. Look him in the eyes, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. Is this where it gets me? On my feet, several feet ahead of me. I see it coming. Do I run or fire my gun or let it be? There is no beat, no melody. Burr, my first friend, my enemy. Maybe the last face I ever see. If I throw away my shot, is this how you remember me? What if this bullet is my legacy? Legacy. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes at the beginning of a song. Someone
I
was
love how
singing to me.
like she's still
You
like
great
moving
unfinished symphony
forwards
you
with
sent for me.
Bullet.
You let me make a difference, a place where even orphan immigrants can leave their fingerprints and rise up. I'm running out of time, I'm running and my time's up. Wise up, eyes up. I catch a glimpse of the other side. Lawrence leads a soldier's chorus on the other side. My son is on the other side. He's with my mother on the other side. Washington is watching from the other side. Teach me how to say goodbye. Rise up, rise up, rise up, Eliza. My love, take your time. I'll see you on the other side.
It's such a good way of like life flashing before your eyes. The staging is just amazing, guys. I can't get over it.
Raise a glass to freedom.
He aims his pistol at the sky. Wait! Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. History obliterates in every picture it paints. It paints me in all my mistakes. When Alexander aimed at the sky, he may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it. I survived, but I paid for it. Now I'm the villain in your history. I was too young and blind to see. I should have known the world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. The world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me.
Man, I just feel so sorry for Burr. The one time he should have waited.
When I was young and dreamed of glory. President Jefferson.
I'll give him this. His financial system is a work of genius. I couldn't undo it if I tried. And I tried.
Every other founding father's story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old.
And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells
And now like the most successful musical of the 21st century.
I put myself back in the narrative.
Oh.
I stop wasting time on tears. I rely on Angelica. While she's alive, we tell your story. She's buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her most, she was right on time. And I'm still not through. I raise funds in D.C. for the Washington Monument.
tells my story?
had time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell our story? Oh, can I show you what I'm proudest of? I established the first private orphanage in New York City. Will they tell my story? Oh, I can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter of time. Will they tell your story?
I love how again it's Hamilton, Eliza and Burr who are in colour. It's like it all just kind of comes down to those three in the end. Oh my god. That was... I can't even... That was so much better than I initially thought it was going to be. When I first thought, like, okay, I'll watch it, I was like, you know, even if I don't enjoy it as a show, I know I'll enjoy quite a lot of the music, like, at the very least. There's so much in that, honestly, that was just helped with the staging. Like, I mean, Satisfied, it's not that I didn't necessarily like the song as it is on the OBCR, it's just like, it took me a while to kind of understand what was going on within the song, if that makes any kind of sense. But I mean, the way they staged it, like repeating the choreography of Helpless, it was just, like, oh my god. And how they used the turntables and the ensemble worked so hard. Man, someday I am going to react to a show on this channel that isn't going to make me cry by the end. Someday. Oh my god. That's the other thing as well, like, I don't really, when I listen to the cast recording, it's really only the Stay Alive reprise and It's Quiet Uptown that, like, makes me cry. With this, I was like, I was getting emotional at One Last Time, and I mean the ending. See, not even that makes me cry on the cast recording. Here, it was just like, oh. This is why I prefer watching a show to just listening to the cast recordings, because even in shows that are kind of sung through, like this or Les Mis, so you listen to the cast recording and you get, like, the idea of the show, barring things like staging and choreography and all the rest of that. You're still missing a vital piece of the puzzle. I am just, like, kicking myself that it's taken me, I mean, as I said when I finished that one, it's taken me about 7 years to get into this, but you know, certainly 2.5 years from the time this pro shot was released, since I could have watched it. I deliberately kind of avoided it because I think I was just too scared for my initial opinion of it to be proven wrong. And, like, that's on me. Like, that's not a good enough excuse to avoid seeing something if you have the opportunity to. And I'm not saying, like, you have to see absolutely everything, or, you know, you have to enjoy everything that you see. And I think it's partly because my opinion was in the minority for a significant amount of time. You know, Hamilton, I think now people's opinions of it have kind of mellowed a little bit. Like, it's still some people's favourite show, but it's not as the praise and the hype isn't quite as relentless as it was when in the first kind of couple of years surrounding it appearing on Broadway. And, you know, people are more willing to kind of talk about things like the historical inaccuracies of it, which, you know, I do get, and I'm not saying that's not a reason why it should turn you off the show. What I will say is that if, you know, the majority of your critical opinion of it comes down to the fact, well, this isn't historically accurate, really you're kind of fighting a losing battle with that one, because any work of biography or based around a real event that is produced primarily for the purpose of entertaining, at a certain point historical accuracy becomes something of a non-issue because, you know, things happening as they are isn't always great entertainment. Basically what I'm saying is that it can't just come down to this isn't how it happened back in, you know, the late 1700s. I mean, like, I get the whole kind of we'll just sidestep the slavery issue. There were like a few hints to it I noticed in here, but yeah, I can see why people have issues with that. But for me, the reason why I avoided the show for so long was just I had my initial opinion that was formed at the peak of its hype after listening to a cast recording that couldn't help but be somewhat disappointing given the amount of love I have for In the Heights, plus the hype that everyone was kind of pushing onto it. So I had that opinion in my head, and I was afraid of anything changing that, which there's no excuse for that, really. And ultimately all it's done is deprive me of a show that I actually really enjoyed watching. And, you know, I don't want to kind of lessen it at all by saying this, but I think it's something that's very easy for people in general to do, to have an opinion, to form an opinion about something that's maybe, you know, either positive or negative, maybe impacted by other things surrounding that thing, and then not seek to re-examine it because you're just so afraid of it being proven wrong, or not necessarily proven wrong, but it changing your mind, basically. Shows like Les Mis, which I've loved since I was 5, I don't have the same level of love for it as I did back then, but I still like it. With this, you know, I had a less than positive opinion on it, and now, you know, just from watching it, my opinion it's not my favourite show, but I'd say quite probably now in the top 10, top 15. And, you know, if I did have the money, I would go and see it in London when I'm up there. You know, I don't even know where I'm going with this or what necessarily my point is, but I just feel like we shouldn't be so afraid of something changing our opinion on things, and we should perhaps just be more open to or not necessarily questioning, but examining why we formed the initial opinion on things that we did. As I said, with me, with this, it was very much a combination of loving In the Heights, the amount of hype that was placed on it, and then kind of coming to resent the hype that was placed on it for various reasons. Yeah, like I said, I don't really know where I'm going with all of this, and I don't quite know what my point is, but I am so glad that I watched this. And, you know, I hope you guys are glad that I shared my reaction with you, and I hope you enjoyed it. And it has it has kind of taught, as you know, pretentious as it sounds, it has kind of taught me something. Anyway, if you liked this video or my Act 1 reaction, please give it a like, give it a comment. Please be nice in the comments. Everyone, honestly, I have such great people who comment on my videos. You guys are always so nice, and I just want to keep that track record going. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out my other videos if you want to. I literally can't pressure you into doing anything, but you know. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you either on another reaction or on the next part of my falsettos analysis. I'm so sorry that you guys waiting for it have had to wait this long, but yeah, I will get it up, I promise. And so yeah, hope you enjoyed, and bye.